Hello! So as you have already seen, I spent a month at home in beautiful Belfast, where the accent gives it away. I've grown up, and I did a little bit of damage and bought too many books. So I was like, well, if I'm going to buy too many books anyway, surely I should do a Belfast book shopping and book haul vid. And that's exactly what I've done, and I love it. I had the best time. A lot of these books I bought with friends. I mean, they're books. I don't need to justify them, do they? I have a booktube channel. I just really like books. So I have the grand total 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 here. And I also took a day where I went to Dublin and got 3 more books. So I got like 9 books whenever I was home for like 4 weeks. And I told myself I wouldn't buy any. So good job, Louise. I also told myself I won't buy any now I'm back in Scotland. Obviously, my cute little flat in the background. Am I planning to go to Waterstones after this video? Yes. So I will stop rambling and get into chatting about the books. I will start with the one I have already read, and that is Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. Ali Hazelwood can do no wrong in my mind. I adored The Love Hypothesis, and I loved this one too. They're like STEMinist like romance novels, and this one revolves around a neuroengineering project. So we have Bea and Levi, who of course arch nemesis, hate each other from their time in grad school, but she is like a neuroscientist. He's a bit more of an engineer, I think. I am currently finishing up my master's in psychology. I literally finish it within the next few days, so very much procrastinated by filming this video, but neuroscientist romance! I love it. So if NASA offered her the lead on a neuroengineering project... Oh, I didn't read the actual... My brain doesn't work. Bea lives by a simple code. What would Marie Curie do? If NASA offered her the lead on a neuroengineering project, a literal dream come true, Marie would accept without hesitation. Duh. But the mother of modern day physics never had to co-lead with Levi Ward. There is a lot of angst. This is not a work of high-class literature, but it is immensely enjoyable and wholesome and spicy. Like, damn, but very good. I enjoyed it a lot, and if you're looking for something cheesy and a little bit cozy and a little bit spicy too, I definitely recommend this one. Okay, the next 2 kind of fit the season that we are in now. So I will start with a cozy fantasy that just looks so good, and that is Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. This is said to be like Faye Bridgerton. I am an avid Bridgerton fan. I love fantasy books. I'm getting a lot more into them at the moment, which is what a lot of my recent content and reading vlogs have revolved around. But this is just so cute. Half a Soul. So our main character, Theodora, or Dora as she prefers to be known, I'm getting very Eloise from Bridgerton vibes. She was born, no, not born. She was cursed by a fairy, and she only has half of her soul. So I will read you the blurb. Ever since she was cursed by a fairy, Theodora Eddings has had no sense of fear or embarrassment. As someone who lives with constant anxiety, can someone take half of my soul? Like, I would be grateful for that, please. A condition which makes her prone to accidental scandal. I can't speak. Dora hopes to be a quiet, sensible wallflower during the London season, but after the strange, handsome and utterly uncouth Lord Sorcier discovers her condition, she is instead drawn into dangerous and peculiar fairy affairs. If Dora's reputation can survive both her curse and her sudden connection with the least liked man in all of high society, then she may yet reclaim her normal place in the world. But the longer Dora spends with Elias Wilder, I'm really doing a good job of reading this blurb, the more she begins to suspect that she may indeed fall in love, even with only half a soul. I actually might start reading this one as soon as this video is over. It's so cute, it's so wholesome. I've seen a lot of people on BookTok already really recommending this one, and it's just so cute, and the cover is gorgeous. These, I think they're already published in America, because I think there's like 3 of them. They're not like a series, but they're all kind of like high society, cozy, fancy Regency era high society cozy fancy. And I think I'm gonna have to buy all of them, even though I said it was on a book ban. The second book that kind of fits the season we are in is spooky season big time. There is no cozy fantasy anymore. This one is horror slasher in a book, which I'm very intrigued by, and that is My Heart is a Chainsaw by Stephen Graham Jones. I am very interested in horror and I love scary books. I really quite deeply love scary books actually. But I can't do horror movies. I am a huge Shirley Jackson fan, so whenever the Hill House adaptation came out I had to watch it. I got so scared I cried. And that's not even a particularly scary show. I also watched Hereditary, which I adored. I honestly do. I'm so glad I did watch it. It's one of like the best movies I probably ever watched. But I didn't sleep properly for about a week. So I'm being ambitious with a horror novel because I think I can handle that better than a movie. Maybe I'll do a reading vlog with it. We'll see. But some girls just don't know how to die. Damn. Jade Daniels is an outcast, half Indian with an abusive father, an absent mother, and in Prufrock, a town that wants nothing to do with her. One class away from dropping out of school, she's pouring her life and soul into her last assignment, a personal history of horror films. I wish I could be doing that. At least that's what my dissertation was on. Not psychology. But Prufrock doesn't rest easy. As blood spills in the lake and violent stories refuse to stay buried, Jade's encyclopedic knowledge of horror cinema begins to make sense of everything happening in this rapidly gentrifying rural lake town. And with the arrival of the final girl, Letha Mondragon, she's convinced an irreversible series of events have been set into motion. As Jade dives into the history of her hometown, missing tourists, drowned church, tragic deaths at camp years ago, the town strives to keep her trapped. But outcasts still laugh and fight and cry and love fiercely, and even as the terror descends and the blood flows, they never ever give up. This is gonna scare the shit out of me. Even if I can find out, I obviously don't want to spoil anything for myself. But I think... Oh, there's little like rips. Is this maybe like a diary? I thought it was blood. Oh, it must be a diary. Okay. So that might be a plot point. There's like a hidden diary or something, or maybe it's her coursework. I don't know. But it would be rude of me not to read a scary book in spooky season, right? Like cozy fantasy. Cozy fantasy is all well and good, but I need something scary also. So, duality of man in these two. I also have I have just filmed and talked about all the books I got here, but these books were purchased in the Waterstones Belfast, which I have just shown you beautiful clips of. It is just such a wonderful Waterstones. It's so big, it's 2 floors, there's a cozy cafe, and I have spent so many of my formative years there. And I just love it so much. It's so, so, so wonderful. Next up is No Alibis, which is the most gorgeous little indie bookstore near Queen's University in Belfast, where I studied my undergrad. It's the most gorgeous area in and around like the Botanic area, and there's a botanical gardens, which I assume is why it's named the way it is, and also some of the best food in Belfast. I am partial to a bao bun, a Maggie May's, a boojum. I'm making myself really hungry, but No Alibis, the cute indie bookstore, is also situated in that area, so I would pop in there often before and after lectures and spend too much money. But money spent on indie bookstores is always a good investment. So I only bought 1 book in here whenever I was home, and I felt rude to not buy Irish fiction, so I bought Mother Mother by Annie McManus. And like, Annie Mac, the radio DJ, where is her little author blurb? As I don't listen to much radio, so I think if I did listen to radio, her accent would give it away, but I did not know she was Irish. I always thought she was from London for some reason, which probably just the radios in London, right? She was Radio 1. But she was born in Dublin and studied in Queen's. So this book actually is set in Belfast. As far as I know, the plot of this book is TJ McConnell, he wakes up, evidently our main character, and he finds that his mother is gone. So TJ, who's just about to turn 18, has been dying to leave Belfast and explore the rest of the world. But when his mother disappears, he begins to realise he's been taking this for granted. I assume he's going to look for her and find her. But I have heard fantastic things about this one. I've actually had quite a few people recommend it to me through Instagram DMs, so thank you. I so deeply appreciate whenever you guys like comment or message me with books you think I'd like, because I'm a simple woman. I like any books really, especially it's extra personal whenever they're recommended by you guys. But this one seems stunning, and I'm trying to read more Irish fiction that isn't just Sally Rooney, because there are so many Irish authors out there that also deserve recognition. So it's my personal mission for right now to read a little bit more general Irish fiction. Okay, we are down to the final two books, and I kind of miscellaneously got these. One I got in HMV, which their book selection has popped off. They do like, is it 2 for £7? It's either 2 for £6 or 2 for £7. It's like for £3 or £3.50 for a book. That's a steal. And the other one I got lucky in a charity shop. So I'll start with the charity shop one, and that is My Brilliant Friend by Elena Ferrante. I've missed the hype on this one. Well, not missed the hype. My brain truly isn't working. Like, I just haven't read it yet. I've seen the hype, but I haven't boarded the hype train. Is that how it works? I feel like a boomer right now. But this one is book 1 of the Neapolitan Quartet, and these are translated fiction from Italian, I think. And I've just heard so many good things about Elena Ferrante that I had to pick it up. My Brilliant Friend is a story about Elena and Lila, born in a poor but vibrant neighbourhood of Naples. Ferrante has created both an unforgettable portrait of two young women seeking to carve out a destiny for themselves, and the story of a city and a country undergoing momentous change. I went to say I think there's 4 of them. It's a quartet, so yeah, there is. But these people read them, and a lot of them are their favourite books of all time. And I have high hopes. I deeply hope Elena Ferrante lives up to these. We'll keep our fingers crossed. I realised whenever talking about Love on the Brain, I said I would start with the one I've already read. I kind of forgot I read this one too, and it is Kindred by Octavia Butler. I got this one HMV. Like, amazing. But if you haven't heard of this one already, it is kind of looks like a bit of sci-fi, so it involves like time travel. Our main character Diana lives in 1976 in Portland. I forget where, somewhere in America, and she keeps continually being transported. It's out of her control to 1815. She is a black woman being transported to a Maryland slave plantation. So as you can imagine, not an ideal situation. This one was very dark. It was beautiful, it was stunning. I gave it 5 stars. But trigger warnings, a lot of them heavy subject matter, but it was my first Octavia Butler that I have read, and it was glorious. So I'm hoping to pick up The Parable of the Sower and The Parable of the Talents ASAP, but I think I might finish my dissertation first, because I don't think I can handle another deeply hard-hitting book right now. And there we go. These are the 6 books I got in Belfast. I had the most wonderful time home. I wanted to create more content in general, like vlogs and stuff, but dissertation just overruled everything, and I was spending some time with my family, which was just beautiful. So sorry for my lack of content. This dissertation has been killing me, but by the time this video goes out, it is done. So I am back to regular content by the time you're seeing this, and I have missed you all immensely. Mwah. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great day.